Hey people, I wanted to talk just a moment about some experiences that I wanted to share with you. And I was talking before in another video about independent thinking and how the Watchtower organization frowns on independent thinking. And it made me think of myself back when I could not think for myself. And my brother came out of the closet. And so he told me this, and so I'm thinking, oh my gosh, well, he hadn't been to the hall in a while. So technically, is he in? Is he out? Is he no longer a witness because he doesn't go to the hall any longer? Like, what are the rules? What are the rules? What does this mean to me? So I called up an elder, told him this, and asked those very questions. What does this mean for me? What does this mean for my relationship with my brother? I'm asking somebody who is not in our family, who is not related to us, but attends the same congregation as us, and I call him, or as me, and I call him and I ask him, tell me what I am to do and how I am to feel and how I am to react to this news. I mean, looking back on that, that is so crazy. I mean, that is really crazy. That is so twisted. Like, I can't even believe I did that, but I did. Because I didn't know the answer. I didn't know the answer. And I can't even remember now exactly what he told me. But I know that the brothers did want to talk to him if he was going to the memorial. They did want to talk to him. He did wind up coming back for a while, but he didn't last very long. Wasn't a good plan for him. Not a good fit. Oh, that's another story. But just on my end of it, just how I have to seek counsel as to how I feel about my relationship with my brother. Really sad. It's really, really sad. And I was thinking about another experience that I went through. And this is not so much about independent thinking as it is just about how you're trying to fit the mold of a Jehovah's Witness. And this was, quite a few years ago. I was staying with my grandfather because he was suffering from dementia. And he needed a caregiver. And so I had moved in with my grandfather into his home to care for him. He went to the hall. A lot of times he went to the hall on days where it wasn't the Kingdom Hall night. We had to eventually take his keys from him, but that's a whole nother story. But the book study was, like 2 blocks away from his home, so I would walk to the book study, and I could leave him alone for short periods of time. And so I went to the book study, and the brother in the book study, there was an example of a person who was caring for their parent, elderly parent or grandparent. I think it was their parent. I can't remember, but it was within an experience given in the book study information that evening. And so the conductor, well, he was, saying, the person in the experience was saying what a blessing it is to be able to care for her parent, and, what a privilege it is to be able to care for her parent, and how it is a good example of Jehovah's people caring for them, yada, 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 all this stuff. And, just how wonderful it was and how happy they were, and, the joy it brought everyone, whoever knew them. So this conductor puts me on the spot and says, we have an example of that in our book study here, where we have a sister caring for her grandfather, grandparent, and, maybe she can tell us, a little bit about her experience. Oh my God. Well, I was just, well, first of all, I am a very shy, believe it or not, I am a very shy person, and I don't do well speaking out, unprepared, on the spot. So I was not happy. Like, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe he's doing this to me. But I don't even remember what I said. But I tried to make it sound good, and as best I could, because, I'm a really crappy liar. And, but the reality was that the situation sucked. My grandfather was combative. He had his good days and his bad days. He could be physical. He thought I was my grandmother at times and called me by her name. I was living in his house with my husband at the time. My husband, we both lived there. And so he thought, me being my grandmother, I was with another man, which caused conflict. I mean, the situation was not a good situation. He never slept. I was sleep deprived. He just needed a lot of supervision. He was a lot to deal with, a lot to care for. I think I was in my 20s, at the time. It was a lot. It was a lot on my shoulders. And it wasn't this beautiful, picturesque situation that this brother was trying to pull from me. And I did my best to patch this story up and make it as witness friendly as I possibly could. But it wasn't. And I went home and I cried because I thought, there must be something wrong with me. This isn't the way it's supposed to be. Evidently, I just heard about this woman and how blessed and happy she was. Why isn't Jehovah blessing this arrangement? Why isn't this going smoother? Why aren't I happy? And now I know it's because it's not even real. I bet those people didn't even exist in that scenario that they were going over. But they hold up this image for you, and you want so badly to mirror that. And I tell you, I just sucked at every turn. I just suck at every single turn. You know, and it's not just me. That's what they do to people. They want, you know, if you have 10 Bible studies, well, they want you to have 20. They're going to give you an experience of somebody who does 10 times more than you do under greater hardships and circumstances. You know, they're going to hold up this image and you know, you're supposed to fit right in, and you don't, because that's not life, that's not reality. That's not the way it always works. So these are the hardships of living as a Jehovah's Witness. Those are just some of the experiences. I've got a lot more. I don't really share a lot of my experiences, but maybe I should let you peek in and see what it's like, because I'm telling you, it wasn't fun. It was not fun. Anyway, so that's all I'm going to share for today, and maybe I'll share some more another time. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.